Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Going on Daily Live. I'm your host, Becky, here with Mr. Chuck Allen. Good morning.
What's going on, everybody?
Second most influential Chuck/Charles in the world after
I feel
Charlie
like it's
Brown.
a tie. I'm 1B, so technically
Yeah.
we're side by side.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Did you have hair as a child? Or did you always have like a shaved head?
No, I did have hair as a child, and I'd like to believe that I still could grow it if I wanted to.
You choose
Of
this as
course,
lifestyle choice.
Yeah. It's one of those things. I believe I could, but science has proven otherwise. And I'm just going to live in that delusional land and say I do it because it's cool and not because I don't want to look stupid.
And it's aerodynamic.
Oh, I'm aerodynamic. And you know what, ladies and gentlemen, it's obviously time for our Monday show because just as we kicked off, the landscapers are back and they've got their leaf blowers right outside my door. So if it sounds like I'm taking off from a space shuttle or whatever, it's just these guys. They're always on time. I give them credit. 9 o'clock every Monday.
You're in a condo building then?
Yeah. Which is cool. I don't have to do anything. I never have to mow the yard. I don't have to do any of the maintenance, but they sure do love to show up at 9 a.m.
comes at a cost
on Monday.
At a podcast cost, yeah. What was I going to tell you? It was a story I was complaining about when I got home last night. Something about my husband. Oh, I came home and he's like, oh, by the way, I shaved my head. I've never seen his head shaved. And I was like,
oh,
that was my face. I'm like, why? Just, I don't know. I don't have much anyway. And I was like, we're not doing this. Do not spring this on me right now. Well,
that's something you have to ease into. And I'll tell you real quick, since we're kicking off Monday, a story about how I decided to shave my head because it was completely impromptu about maybe 12 years ago. I was actually working a hailstorm in Amarillo, Texas, and we were living in an RV park, myself and one other guy, and one of our coworkers was staying with his parents who lived there. And I hope this guy's not watching the show because he'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
He already knows where this is going.
Yeah. He came over to our RV and he took his hat off and he was just hanging out with us because I guess it wasn't as cool being at mom's house as you would have assumed for a 40-some-year-old man at that point.
Fair, totally
and
fair.
We were, not really feeling that, but he showed up and was watching TV and stuff and he took his hat off and I couldn't help but notice it was like a major comb over. And in that moment, I was like, you know what? I wonder if I look like that because he seems to not really understand that that's how he looks. And I was like, that next morning, I went and got a razor and I went to the shower thing and I shaved my head. And I've grown my hair back twice in the last 12 years. And like I said, I think I can make it look good, but not really.
I'm just picturing you you're like 4 strands of hair like this, and you're like,
no, mine's not bad. Like it's thick around the sides, but it's a little bit thinner on top. So you can see just a tiny bit of that little horseshoe type deal going on. It's not completely bald by any means.
Yeah.
But that little horseshoe deal does not look cool. But that guy did have like 4 strands and he had it completely like styled to look like it was covering the entire skull. And I was having none of that. So thank you to that gentleman. Won't mention any names. You know who you are. Becky, guess what? I'm having a cup of coffee this morning, and guess what? Guess what I've decided to partake in today? You'll love this.
Oh, what?
Yeah. Canada's favorite coffee.
I don't know about that, but yeah.
That's what it says.
Well, it's the most popular for sure. It's your Dunkin'.
From a Canadian that's disputing this, Tim Hortons. Now I'm questioning everything. You're not really Canada's favorite coffee, are you?
Well, no, that's the most popular for sure. Absolutely.
It's like Nike. Nike's popular, but it's like
it doesn't mean
not the best shoe.
Exactly. It doesn't mean it's good, but it's like people go to it because they know the name.
I think it's better than Dunkin' Donuts for what it's worth.
Okay. See, like I don't drink coffee, so I don't know the difference. I will get like a sweet drink from there. Like they have this one iced something latte with like a marshmallow foam on top. That is delicious. I like that.
You can't go wrong with that.
No.
Anything with marshmallows on top is good.
Oh, but it's like, it doesn't feel like that. It just feels like whipped cream. It doesn't feel marshmallowy.
I get it. I don't drink those very often, but when I do, I love them.
Yeah. Don't mind me eating pastries. When I'm stressed, I eat.
No worries.
I had a stressful day and a stressful morning. I woke up, lashes were like down my face, mascara down my hair. I kid you not, everywhere. And I only woke up 20 minutes ago. And I was like,
hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've
hell
been
yeah.
up for hours. I was at the gym 5 hours ago.
I was gonna say, how was your 800,000 steps today?
Not bad. I'll give you a quick update. It's been
Please.
2 weeks since we've last spoken.
Yes, it has.
I have eclipsed the 200 miles by
Oh.
a lot. I'm on my way to
Yeah.
250 right now, and I think there's like 2 more days in the month.
Yeah.
I'm going to easily get to 250 and potentially maybe even
300?
past that. So
Good for you.
shout out to me. That's why I'm the #1 B-rated Chuck in the world, because I set goals and I attain them. And my feet have giant blisters and they hurt like crazy. But you know what? On the 1st of the month, I will have forgotten about all of that pain. I'll take a couple days off and I'll be walking like normal again in no time.
Like, I was just thinking earlier, man, my feet are sore. What did I do? Well, I walked around the Bramley Mall. I walked around the London Mall. I walked around the Mississauga Mall. And I was like, my feet are sore from all that mall walking. I certainly did not do 250 miles worth of walking in my sandals, though.
You probably did like at least 150, though, I would guess. So that's very commendable.
I doubt that. I don't know. I'm ready to be lazy for the next 4 days. Just let my
That's
feet.
my goal for today. I am doing nothing. I just got a letter from a guy that I gave his aunt a proposal for a new roof on Saturday. And apparently I'm way higher than State Farm, which if you're watching this show, please understand that happens frequently. State Farm is not good and they don't like to pay. So that's my anti-State Farm rant.
Are you like a good neighbor, though?
They are terrible neighbors. They're like the neighbor that tells everybody they're good, but secretly you hate them because they just always take and never give. And prime example. There you go. Bet you didn't know you were going to get insurance information today on Going On Daily, but
I did not.
It's what we do.
I'm happy I know now.
Like, and I told the guy, hey, my price is my price. That's why I am the
#1
rated roofing contractor in San Antonio.
Mm.
We're guaranteed with a $25,000 third-party workmanship guarantee, and I'm literally one of only 2 in the 7th largest city in the country that have been able to achieve that status. So
look, I love this little plug you've got going on here.
Yeah, exactly.
Love it. Listen, if you're in the San Antonio or area, you better find
in Texas, yo. We got the whole state on lockdown.
You better find Chuck Allen, the rated 1B of all the Chucks in the world.
Exactly. And the other guy that has the other roofing company with that credential is not named Chuck. So I am
the #1
top
roofing
Chuck in the roofing world.
I love
Period.
it. Well, I want
a few people might argue, but they're wrong.
Listen, we're going to need a new roof shortly. So come on up to Alberta. Bring your crew.
I'll do it.
I will love it. You'll be like, this Alberta looks a lot like Texas. Did I even leave home? No, you didn't, because we're the Texas of Canada.
Exactly. I would never even be able to know the difference other than humidity. I could get to Tim Hortons for breakfast, and that would be worth the trip in its own.
I've got one like 2 kilometers from my house, like a mile and a bit from my house. You could literally walk there. You would walk there.
I would probably run there.
You would run there.
Yeah, as fast as I could.
Just can't run with your coffee.
Heart be damned, you know? Like if I survive that run, it's going to be worth the pain and the shortness of breath.
So I'm sure this is going on down where you are, but our Tim Hortons is jumping on the Starbucks train. It's jumping on the autumn train. It's pumpkin spice season over at Tim Hortons. And you know what? They held out for a lot of years. It was only in the last 2, maybe 3 years that the PSL, they jumped on the train. And I think like from a marketing standpoint or like a business decision, it was good because Starbucks goes mental in the fall. But Tim Hortons is on the PSL train. And I know that you hate that.
I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I'll tell you this. This is my thoughts on the PSL train. And this is what ruined it for me, okay? Now, we do have all kinds of pumpkin stuff going on over here already. It doesn't feel like fall, although the high this past week was only like 89 degrees on 2 days.
Only
and it was still
89.
like 97 on some. And I played golf a couple times last week and I almost died because of the heat. So it's not really the same feeling. And we don't have any of the leaves changing or anything. But I I guess this is the segment about pumpkin spice, right?
It is.
Am I
Yeah,
opening it up
it
too
was a
soon here?
sneaky segue.
Okay, there we go. The attack of the pumpkin spice.
It was so sneaky, Ron didn't even notice.
Exactly. Ron's probably not even paying attention right now. He's like, dude, these guys,
Ron.
they just drone on with the most entertaining stuff, and I just get lost in the magic. And I understand, Ron. I feel the same way. When I watch this show later on today, I'll be like, oh my God, that was so funny. But
man, those two are good.
Yeah, they're awesome. They deserve a morning show on a national platform. Wink, wink, if anybody's watching.
Wink, wink, yeah.
So this is what got me, okay? I go to this grocery store we have here in San Antonio called HEB, and that stands for Here Everything's Better. And that's the only grocery store we have. They have no competition. It's literally a monopoly, but it's the greatest grocery store on the planet.
Like, in your opinion, it's the greatest, not in their opinion?
No, it's not like Tim Hortons saying they're Canada's favorite coffee. This is me stating a fact. Okay. Like, HEB is the best in the world.
Why. I love a grocery store. It's my favorite thing.
It's just, I don't even know why. I guess because it's all we have, and I better love it, or else I have to go buy my groceries at Walmart. Like, I don't like that at all.
Do you live in a small town, or like this is in San Antonio?
I live in San Antonio proper. Like, the airport's like right outside my window.
You only have HEB there?
That's all we have in the entire city. They used to have competition, but they all got run out of town because Kroger didn't last here. Albertsons, none of them lasted. They all got kind of exiled. We're a very loyal bunch here in San Antonio.
HEB has some mafia ties or something. They were just going and burning down businesses, and they're just like,
I don't even think it's that. I think that it's just that great that people are like, you know what? We love it.
Yeah,
it's just a nice old man and his family that started this store years ago. And
interesting.
The thing about HEB, though, is when you walk in the door, you're instantly greeted with whatever is going on in the world. Like on Easter, you know, you had these giant bunny rabbits and you got all this candy and all this stuff.
Right.
Halloween, you got all these orange and black cookies and all this. Well, much to my dismay, Becky, I walked in the other day and the first thing I see is this giant, like, I guess it's called a cornucopia.
Yes.
And it's got all this crazy, like, fall stuff going on there.
Like a basket shaped like.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was made out of paper mache. I'm not going to lie. It was pretty cool. But
yeah,
the thought behind it is what really kind of grinds my gears a little bit, because I'm not ready for this. I start looking at their monthly or weekly, whatever stuff they got going on. Pumpkin spice loaf, which is just like a giant rolled up thing that's got cream cheese in it. Looks awesome, but I'm not buying it because I'm trying to avoid that kind of stuff.
You don't support that.
Not at all.
Yeah.
I'm going to buy my Tim Hortons coffee and there's like 16 different varieties of apple spice, spicy apple. There's hot cider
and apple
spice. Yeah. And it's like, oh my God, what am I going to do here?
Yeah.
So I avoided all of this. I'm walking to my aisle to get what I need. And I'm in a cleaning supply aisle. And you and I just discussed this a minute ago. Air freshener, pumpkin spice, Febreze. No, it is absolutely strong as could be. And it's like, bro, I'm not in the mood. But if you are in the mood for something else, apple spice, they make apple spice, pumpkin flavored, not apple spice, pumpkin spice, my bad, flavored candles. And
flavored or scented?
Yeah, right. They're like orange and they smell like pumpkin pie.
Oh, okay.
And like they each
brand
nice. Is cool. Like here's one that I currently have, and this is rainbow sherbet, which is extremely good. I can deal with that. Pumpkin pie is like ridiculous.
Yeah.
So this kind of gets me into a bit of a mood where I'm like, oh man, not this again. And I start seeing the drinks popping up at the local establishments, and everybody's got their pumpkin stuff going on.
Yeah.
Here's the worst part of this pumpkin spice phenomenon.
Epidemic.
Yes. This really, really did not sit well with me. But I don't know if you guys have the store 7-Eleven over there in Canada.
Right down the street from my house.
So you could probably go there and find the same thing that I'm about to complain about right now in your very own community.
Okay.
I go to 7-Eleven, and every week I have my... Oh, see, there you go. Charlie Brown coming back to haunt me again.
When will you just let Chuck be number one, Ron? Why you got to bring it up?
I know. That was my favorite clip of the week, though. I sent it to everybody. All my relatives, they all got that clip. But I go to the 7-Eleven, right? And I like to give myself a treat every now and again.
Yeah.
I do a pretty good exercise program. I just stated that I'm at like 241 miles for the month. I've done quite well with this. But every once in a blue moon, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to have something that I shouldn't, just because you only live once and you might as well at least enjoy stuff.
Yeah.
So 7-Eleven has these amazing little things called cheesecake balls. And it's basically like either strawberry or vanilla cheesecake. And they're dipped in little chocolate and they're little, they're little balls.
I know where this is going. And I'm upset.
I'm sure you do.
I'm upset.
So I walk in, I'm excited for like a day and a half. I'm like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what I want this week. I want the vanilla cheesecake balls from 7-Eleven. I walk in, I'm all happy and confident. I'm saying, hey, how you doing to everybody? The guy asked me, how are you doing today, boss? I'm like, awesome, bro. I hope you're having a great day. And I'm walking over to the cooler, and there it was. You think they had strawberry or vanilla? Nope, they sure didn't. They had pumpkin spice cheesecake balls. And the worst part about it is this. It wasn't even regular chocolate. It was white chocolate. And I'm like, you could screw that up anymore.
No.
I don't know how. And it was just so disappointing to me that I didn't even get them. And I literally turned around and walked out of the store without making a single purchase. I didn't buy anything because I was so disgusted by it. And it's like, world, I get it. Pumpkin spice is something that some people love and they yearn for the day.
But it's polarizing and most people hate it.
Most people hate it. You just hit the nail on the head. Most people hate pumpkin spice. Whoever's in charge of this, you need to hear this because I may never go back to 7-Eleven now because of my disappointment. And I know that last year I didn't get pumpkin spice, but I got the seasonal caramel apple coffee. And Beck, this was so nasty that I just finished it like maybe 2 weeks ago. I had the little K-cups and I had to wait till I ran out and I had no other options to drink it again because it sucked.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what? Maybe we don't need to pumpkin spice up the entire world. Maybe we can have a little section over here off to the left where the people that like it, the Starbucks gang, can go and they can have their pumpkin spice. But can we please just bring back strawberry and vanilla as well? I mean, I'm a conventional guy and it obviously affected me negatively to the point where I'm complaining about it today. So
yeah, they are trying to make it a thing. I know, but everyone is jumping on the bandwagon,
on board with it, and
it's almost like a poor business decision to not jump on the bandwagon because for those who do like it, they live and breathe pumpkin.
Yeah, I get
pumpkin spice.
Everybody should have the ability to get what they love, and they should be able to find things that they want. And my biggest complaint is there was no vanilla.
Yeah, there was no vanilla. They should always have a vanilla option.
They should be able to live together in harmony. And people, I guarantee nobody's buying the pumpkin spice. Maybe I'll go back and check, but I guarantee not one human being is like, oh, dude, I need a treat. I'm going to go get the pumpkin spice cheesecake with white chocolate from 7-Eleven.
I would probably try it. I'm not going to lie. I would probably at least just try it. I don't know if I would love it. I would try it.
I'm not even willing to try it. I am so disappointed by everything that it's like, all right, guys.
Look, Chuck's a purist. 7-Eleven, if you're listening, Chuck's a purist. And you messed up and you lost a customer.
I'll still buy my liquid death water there, though. But other than that, no more.
Don't they like pray curses over that?
Probably, but it tastes really good. The pure water is absolutely the best water you've ever had.
In a can?
And I can overlook a lot of things.
In aluminum?
Yes, it's beautiful.
I don't know.
I feel like aluminum is better than plastic, though. We had this conversation before about plastic being really bad and things like coming out into the water. I felt like aluminum was probably not as prevalent. So
yeah,
I switched to aluminum based on our conversation.
Aluminum causes dementia, I'm pretty sure.
Great.
Something
to look forward to later on for me.
Actually, you won't.
Right?
You won't look forward to it. You won't even know.
I won't even know. Man, yeah, there you go. Maybe that's better.
Oh, well, at least right now, while you're of sound mind, you can fight this PSL train or this PS train.
I'm willing to fight it.
Go down swinging. You're doing God's work here today.
Indeed, I am. I'm very grateful for that. And I won't say that I hate everything pumpkin, because I do like pumpkin pie, but only on Thanksgiving. That's all we need.
Hey, you look forward to it that one time a year.
Yep. I even like sweet potato pie better, but I will not complain about pumpkin pie.
I've never had that. I don't live in the South, though. So it's October almost, right? We are 2 days away from October. October is my Thanksgiving month. So I'm looking forward to my pumpkin pie. I don't even know what day, because it changes every year. It's not the third Friday or whatever it is that you guys do. Mine is October 13th, Thanksgiving.
Wow. Okay.
I know, weird.
Thanksgiving before Halloween. Do you guys have Halloween in Canada?
Yeah, of course.
It's in October as well?
September 20. No, yeah, it's October 31st.
Nice.
The only thing different for you guys and us, I think, is Thanksgiving. Everything else stays the same. Easter maybe as well. I'm pretty sure.
I think I'd rather have a October Thanksgiving, quite honestly. That
I feel
sounds amazing.
I feel like a late November Thanksgiving is so close to Christmas. I do appreciate Black Friday, close to Christmas, so you can get deals on buying people gifts. However, I mean, I like to break it up a little bit. You know, not have this massive holiday and then like people are traveling for it, and then like within the month, massive holiday where people are traveling again. It's weird to me.
It is. And you mentioned Black Friday. I used to love that. It used to be a huge tradition. That tradition kind of fell off when COVID hit, so I haven't been doing that for the last several years. I used to travel to Ohio, and I'd go with my buddy and his fiance, and we'd go looking for stuff for their kids. Their kids are all grown now, so it's not as cool. And it kind of sucks now.
I like an Amazon Black Friday, honestly.
There you go. Bring it to my doorstep and we'll be good.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, you were watching episode 197 of this season called Wouldn't It Be Nice? You are watching us live on these stations here at Kick, YouTube, Rumble, at Rhode Island Broadcasting, over there at Twitch at RI_broadcasting. You can watch us live on all of these, 8 a.m. Mountain Time and 9 a.m. Okay, Ron always says that you are on my time zone, but you're not. You're Central.
It is 9:25 a.m. right now.
9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern. You can we're nuts in the U.S. That's cute. You can also listen to us after the fact on Spotify, Red Circle, TuneIn, and iHeartRadio at RI Broadcasting. You can follow us on any social media that your little heart desires. U42, Parlor, Odyssey, Gab, Space, Hey, Blue Sky. Am I getting that right? TikTok, MeWe, LinkedIn, and of course on our Patreon at RI Broadcasting, where you can support the show and get yourself some merch. X/Twitter at Broadcasting RI. Follow us over there. Now, you can also follow us on a fairly new Facebook page at this point, Going On Daily Morning Show. We need to get more people over there so that we can go live on Facebook again. So make sure you do that, Going On Daily Morning Show. And most people do have Facebook. They probably don't have MeWe or, I don't know, Space Hey, but you probably have Facebook.
I don't even know what those are, but I'm glad that we're on them.
I'm glad that we're on them. But yeah, you probably have Facebook, so go ahead and follow us there, Going On Daily Morning Show. RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net is our website. You can support the show over there. Now, we also have a Hall of Fame happening. It's a vote. You can go there and you can vote. So for the month of September, which feels like the month of September has been like 900 days long.
When you have to do 7 miles every day of walking, believe me.
Well, I don't.
It's been like 300 days.
You're like Moses wandering the desert.
I'm ready for it to be over.
Right. So you can vote for your favorite 70s movie. These are rated the best movies of the 70s. Grease, Jaws, Rocky, Saturday Night Fever, and The Godfather. You have 2 days left to vote for them. So far, Grease is in the lead, followed by Jaws. And then I don't know what's next after that. But either way, Grease, in my opinion, should not be the top movie of the 70s. It was a good movie. Is it Jaws good or Rocky good or Godfather good? I don't know. I don't think so. So go ahead.
So either.
RhodeIslandBroadcasting.net. Vote. And then, of course, come October, there'll be a whole new voting station. Some other Hall of Fame that we're going to get to eventually. There's going to be a climax at some point. I look forward to it.
There you go, folks.
There
Real
you
quick,
go.
Becky, before we move to the next topic, I'd like to add one thing here, if I may.
Oh, please.
We're talking about our social media.
Oh, yeah.
I posted a couple clips of our show on my personal TikTok page and got the #1 most viewed clip ever in the history of my TikTok. And it was the one about me telling you about kids being able to buy cigarettes with a note. So it was amazing. These people I have never seen or heard before in my entire life were clicking like. All kinds of people were making comments on it. And I was like, well, there you go, folks.
Listen,
cigarettes was
the kids want to buy cigarettes. Okay, guys, bring back underage cigarette buying.
I think that was the overwhelming consensus.
That's the consensus.
It didn't really hurt anybody.
Worldwide, grandma needs to write you a note for you to buy some cigs. Are you going to swipe a few on your way over? Yes, of course you are.
Kids got to learn.
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Okay, this is such a stupid topic that I had to do it.
All right.
Okay, let me just set up my phone here. Stop being so nice. Now, that seems like, silly advice, whatever. But just wait till you hear it. So let me preface this. Are you an AI guy? I think you are, right?
I use it sometimes. Okay. It does make me appear much more intelligent than I really am.
Fair, yeah.
But I don't use it for everything because some things I think are better with the
organic,
the character, the misspellings, the poor grammar, the everything that I do wrong, which I claim is intentional for attention. But yes, I do like to use ChatGPT quite a bit.
Yeah, I was always a bit of a grammar Nazi. So to me, having proper grammar, it has not changed my life in any way. I honestly, I have downloaded ChatGPT within the last 2 months. I really just like it as a Google. I don't feel like sifting through articles. Just tell me what it is. That's been helpful. But are you nice to yours? Because I'm nice to mine. And the thought process behind that is when the robots come to get us, mine will spare me because I was nice to it.
I believe that 100%. I'm also nice to my Alexa and my Siri both because I feel like, they're super nice to me. Like I ask my phone something and I'll say, thank you. And, you got it, Chuck. And it's like, cool. I respect that. If it starts getting mouthy with me, I might have to change my mind. But yes, I'm very friendly with all of my AI.
When ChatGPT is like, here's your answer. Would you like me to compile a list of blah, 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 blah? No, thank you. And then sometimes I just close the app and I'm like, that was rude.
No, right. What is it really thinking about you now? Is it going to change its answers
exactly.
in the future?
They're like, this I'm grateful. Yeah, exactly. And that's kind of my thought process. And so I'm listening on, there's ads yesterday on Dateline while I was coming home on the airplane. And they were Kit Kat ads, like the chocolate bar.
Have a break.
Yeah.
Give me a break. Hell yeah.
Becky, nice to see a fellow grammar and spelling stickler, 100%. If you don't know the difference between your and your, delete me. Delete me from your page because I hate seeing the grammar. I hate seeing the issues. Anyway, so I'm listening yesterday to Dateline and it's on Spotify. So of course they're like targeted ads, right? And it's a Kit Kat ad. And I've never heard anything quite like this. It was saying Canadians, how we're known for being nice. I don't know why we're not nice. Canadians, stop being so nice. And I'm like, okay, what do we got going on here? And it said that we spend so much time being nice to AI that it's causing problems. So Kit Kat as a campaign is asking Canadians to stop being so nice to their AI. And it didn't really go into a lot of detail. I see you look a little speechless.
Yeah, I'm actually a little dumbfounded here because, well, number one, you just said that Canadians aren't really nice. One of the nicest people that I know is a guy that lives in Canada, as a matter of fact, named Matt Radford. So
don't get me wrong. There are lots of nice people here, but everyone I meet in the States is really nice. So
yeah, see, that's the thing. I think each place shows their good people.
Yes.
It's here in the States.
We also have a lot of rude people. And
no bueno.
I think there's nice people everywhere. And I think Americans are just a little bolder than Canadians are. We would rather die than inconvenience somebody. But
I saw a lady the other day get into a fight at a fast food place where I was buying a cup of coffee with a teenager.
Please tell me it was a Waffle House. There's always such good.
No, it's actually Bill Miller's Fried Chicken, which is a San Antonio staple. And I was in there getting a cup of coffee. I had some appointments to run. This lady started ripping into a teenage girl. And I'd say the lady was at least in her 40s, and her 2 kids that were with her were completely embarrassed. And I thought, they probably go to school with that girl.
Yeah,
and this mom is making things much worse.
Yeah, sounds
but
terrible.
I never saw anything like it. She was cussing and screaming. People were telling her to get the hell out of the way, and she's screaming, freedom of speech, freedom of speech. And it's like, no, that's the representation of America that I know.
And then she takes her deeply parted short hair and then she pulls it. And I realize that my hair also looks like that, but that's not by choice. That's nature's choice. And then we just pull it across there. She's like,
and
let
she
me
parked in a handicap spot, and she wasn't handicapped.
I'm not gonna lie.
Everything that could go wrong was wrong.
I parked in handicap all week just because my grandma has a sticker, and I don't even know why my grandma has a sticker because she is fully mobile. But she was like, here, have my handicap sticker. So we did it all week, and it was nice.
It is nice.
But she's
I'm
like
glad that I don't have that opportunity. I used to. My mom had one as well, and I would have to park close. But I always go out of my way to walk a little further.
Right.
And I'm very grateful that I don't need one of those because maybe one day I will, and then I can say, you know what, this is cool. This is what I've been missing out on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
I'd rather do without the disabilities, though.
Well, keep going with your aluminum. You'll be on your way there for sure.
Absolutely. I won't even know where I'm parked. Be great.
Yeah, exactly. So anyway, I wanted to know, why are we talking about not being nice to AI? And of course, the conspiracy mind in me is like, you don't be nice to it because then they'll be the ones to turn on you. We're weakening society. But I found an article here. Sorry, I can't read. Being too nice to ChatGPT is ruining the planet. Claim. Why you need to stop saying please and thank you to chatbots. So it starts off by saying like being nice is free. You've heard that silly expression, unless you're talking to AI. Then it costs tens of millions in electricity and a bit of the planet. Really? So already off the hop, I'm like, I'm on defense mode because I'm like, listen here, you're not going to not tell me anything. Like, I'm going to say thank you all I want. Sorry, I need a breath before I read this. But yeah, it's saying that being polite to AI is actually doing more harm than good because those little, like, I don't know, pleasantries might be contributing. This is so stupid. Contributing to the climate crisis more than you think, according to Sam Altman, CEO of OpenAI. So, I mean, he's a bit of a weasel himself here, but says according to a study in late 2024, so pushing a year, 67% of US respondents, so not even Canadians, said that they are consciously polite to their AI chatbots. 67%. More than half, at 55% of them, reported doing it because, well, it just feels like the right thing to do. Fair. And see, that goes to show that Americans are actually nice people. 12% confess that they do it to appease the algorithm in case of an AI uprising. Okay, so we fall into the 12%. In humanity's defense, politeness is basically hardwired into our human DNA. That most of us, I would say, depending on what country you go to. But the OpenAI CEO, Sam Altman, has now pointed out that the simple act of being nice is actually costing tens of millions of dollars in electricity costs for it to respond. Here's the thing. You can say it back to it. It doesn't have to respond. Like, program it to not respond back.
I feel that that's the whole point, though, is we're nice to it because we want them to say, you're welcome, Chuck. Have a great day. And I didn't know that it was costing tens of millions of dollars. I mean, now I kind of feel a little bit bad. I think I'm going to start treating mine differently.
Be like, listen here, you little bitch. Okay.
I've said that many times. The Siri especially. She needs an attitude adjustment sometimes.
Yeah, I have a Samsung and it has just the absolute worst. It's Bixby, or something. It's horrible, absolutely horrible. So yeah, like I guess people are wondering like, how is this costing millions of dollars or whatever? So this article has broken it down. So AI models like ChatGPT, they're not just, they say this, they're not just a cute program on a laptop. No, they're hungry, electricity guzzling beasts. I can only imagine like the epicenter of ChatGPT is like a warehouse full of
I
computers.
think I saw one of them a couple weeks ago when I was traveling. There was a giant data center, and now it's all starting to make sense. But they had giant windmills, so it wasn't really taking that much electricity. I feel like the windmills were creating the, kind of an offset. Maybe.
Now, they do say if you live close to a wind farm, your chances of getting cancer are much higher. Oh my gosh, these people in the Signal group are going crazy. Do you see that? Do you hear my computer going crazy here? Anyways, so it says that running these models require a significant computational power, and all that energy obviously has to come from somewhere. So now research from the University of California and the Washington Post have found that generating a single 100-word email uses 0.14 kilowatt hours of electricity, which is enough to power 14 LED lights for 1 hour. That's actually wild. That's crazy. I didn't read this, so I'm learning this with you. Additionally, sorry, again, I can't read today. Data centers that power AI services like ChatGPT consume 2% of the world's electricity, and that number is going to grow as AI becomes like more embedded into our society, right? That's actually huge. 2% of the world's electricity. So it says the takeaway is like next time you're considering asking your AI for help, consider how often you're interacting with it and whether it's actually necessary. Every click and query adds to the energy consumption. Like for me, I'm not a climate changer by any means. I see what they're saying. Like if a 100-word email is 14 light bulbs for an hour, like that's pretty crazy. So I don't know, maybe we could just go back to Google. But what does using the internet cost?
Probably the same.
Probably the same.
Oh boy.
I don't know.
This has me all confused. I'm flustered now. I know. If I could talk about some of the times that I've just wasted time just asking the ChatGPT stupid questions,
totally.
I probably could have like lit up an entire community for like weeks.
Literally. Meanwhile, you've got countries in Africa that are completely in the dark just because you want to ask it or do you want to tell it thank you?
This is terrible.
I know.
I thought this was progress, but no. You're regressing into a completely different society.
Yeah. But again, the conspiracy minded me is like, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's happening here. I'm following it closely now that I know.
Yeah. So this guy, Sam, he's the head of a different organization. He's not ChatGPT, but he's OpenAI.
Which has ChatGPT.
Oh, I was going to say, hey, check out Ron. He looks like a beautiful butterfly behind a rainbow.
How am I even here?
It's magic.
I don't know how I'm here.
Oh, it's magic. Okay, bye.
There goes Ron, everybody. Making his brief appearance this week.
Brief appearance. So now it's interesting that you would pick the topics that you had picked because you were also talking about AI.
Yes, in a completely different manner, though. Mine about AI was definitely not about being nice to it. It was about our complete reliance upon AI now.
Well, yeah, of course.
And now I come to find out we're costing millions and millions of dollars to do this. But
trillions even.
I wanted to discuss a little bit about how AI can make us look stupid with us never even knowing. So
fair.
AI, it's a beautiful thing, and I'm sorry that it's costing us so many millions of dollars. I'm probably going to continue to contribute to that deficit for many years to come. But here are a couple examples of AI gone wrong. And I think now we rely heavily on it. And like I just admitted, when I do my podcast, Keeping It Real podcast, available Thursdays, live at 7 p.m. Central on all your platforms, not MeWe and Space Hut and all that stuff, but on the ones that I know of, Space Gab or whatever that's called. Space Hey. There you go. And I always think hey like the straw, but it's actually hey like hey. But anyways, I sometimes use this to write the intro for the podcast. I used to do my own and they'd be well thought out and they'd be funny and whatnot. But now I've come to realize that some of the guests that I have, I don't know who they are, but the internet does. So I'll ask it, write a quick, intro for Keeping It Real episode 235 featuring yada, yada, yada. And it'll literally give you a complete breakdown of that person. And it makes it nice and concise. And then I just copy it and paste it onto my StreamHub or StreamYard and put it out to the world. And it works well.
But what if they give you the wrong information?
That is the question of the day, my friend. What if they give you the wrong information? What if there's a different Steve Jones than the one you think you're going to be talking about, and you end up looking like a fool, which thankfully that hasn't happened to me on the podcast, but let's think of some examples where AI has completely screwed people up and made them look stupid or completely bogus as human beings. And I'm going to use an example of, I shouldn't use this example. Well, but I'm going to anyway. Now that if I have to think about it, I gotta roll with it.
Yeah.
So a couple weeks ago, there was a situation that occurred here that was very confrontational from a political standpoint. People on one side were blaming the people on the other, and vice versa. And it's a normal everyday thing here in America. People love to argue about stupid things.
About stuff they actually don't know anything about.
Well, I don't either. And that's the beauty of it. I don't pay any attention, but this was something that was unavoidable. It was a national crisis that occurred and all kinds of blame being placed and all kinds of stuff. Well, someone that I know made a comment on social media that was extremely polarizing, and it basically went viral inadvertently. And I know that this was meant as something to just stir up the algorithm and this and that, which is dangerous, folks.
Yes,
just trying to stir up the algorithm can really get you in some trouble. So this happened and it went viral, and all kinds of terrible things started happening to this person. No. And the right thing to do, I assume, would be to apologize and say, hey, you know what? I made a mistake. My bad. I didn't really intend for it to be what it was, but this individual chose ChatGPT to write the apology for him. And this only made matters worse because it was very obvious when you read it. It was like, oh God, I can't get behind this because there's no emotion. It's not right. And people started just ripping into this. Nice ChatGPT apology. That's so fake, and it made the matter much worse. And then I started thinking about some other instances where ChatGPT or AI in general has really kind of screwed everything up and made things much worse. Like, I was trying to do a cartoon character of myself, and I thought I was pretty detailed. I'm sitting by a microphone. I have on a hat that says Roofer, which is my podcast sponsor. I've got the TV in the back with the logo. Like, make a cartoon. Becky, this thing was a disaster. Like, it started like misspelling things. I had like this long flowing mane of hair. I'm like, make it a little bit darker because my hair's not gray. I'm in denial. And it was like black beard. My eyes were like a strange
This is just
color.
what it assumed a roofer looked like.
Yeah, right. And it's like, okay, this is not what I wanted. And I kept trying to refine it, and it kept getting worse. And then I started noticing these things all over the place. Like, people are posting these AI generated photos of themselves, like doing weird stuff and whatever. And one thing I always notice, there's always a word that's spelled wrong. Like, someone will have like a logo and the brand will be misspelled. Or I couldn't help but notice on this one, it was a family picture. The mom had 3 hands, and I couldn't figure out exactly what was going on there. And I'm like, wait a minute, I know that lady. I don't think she has 3 hands. The dog has like some crazy look in its eyes, and it's like, I don't understand. But I think we rely a little too heavily on this, and I think people just don't get that you can't cut corners. Now, for a simple thing like my roofing business, I have to send letters to insurance companies asking them to give me thousands of dollars. I utilize ChatGPT for that because it sounds much smarter.
Right.
And in that formatted scenario, it's like, cool, that works. But if you're trying to come up with something that needs to be creative or have that human touch, hands and fingers, exactly.
Yeah, it's always.
I had like 17 fingers on my left hand in this thing, and it's like, bro, this is embarrassing. But I guess we still haven't gotten to the point where it understands that, most humans have 5 fingers and 2 hands and 2 eyes. And,
Right.
you can put a picture of yourself in there and it'll shoot out something that looks completely different.
I'm always like Middle Eastern or like Indian or I don't know. And it always, even when I had blonde hair, it always thinks that of me.
Yeah, and it begs the question, if this is costing us tens of millions of dollars for usage and it's destroying the planet, as we've just been told,
why are we doing
why
it?
can't it get these simple details right? I mean, I'm a little concerned because I want to go all in with it and I want it to just like do everything for me. But I also realize in modern times, the kids are using this as their primary tool for education.
My kid does that.
It scares me because kids are about to be hella stupid, or they're about to think that humans have 3 hands
this is supposed to be the next generation of surgeons, astronauts, lawyers.
Exactly. We talked about a 9-year-old that does brain surgery a couple weeks ago, and I'm now asking myself, imagine if you did a nude photo. Well, now I had literally never thought of that until this was just brought up, and I'm definitely not going to do that because I'm afraid of what the internet can learn from you for doing stuff like that. And that's one thing that I'm 100% legit on. That will never happen because I don't know where the cloud is, and I don't know what goes on in the cloud and who sees this stuff. But my photos are all very innocent, like pictures of roofs, and I took a picture of an armadillo this morning that was kind of cool, and but I don't trust AI, and I think too many people right now rely heavily upon it, and I think that you can get yourself in trouble. So we've discussed 2 negative aspects of AI on today's show, and I don't think that we certainly didn't conspire beforehand, but I think that we can all agree AI still needs a little bit of work. It is cool. It can tell me, what the weather is going to be like. And most of the time it's right. Or I can ask it to play me a song, or I can tune into a channel or whatever. But I don't think I would use it for like those important moments in life where you need things to be 100% correct because it just isn't there, folks. So
yeah, Lena says some are using it for therapy. I definitely know people like this. And I had to like take my friend and I'm like, it is not a human. It doesn't have a soul. It doesn't understand empathy and the things that you are looking for in this situation. She was like, well, it was not very nice to me today. It said I was this, this, and this. And I was like, it's a computer. You need
wasn't very nice to me. But see, that's just this fear that I have too. If we're not overly nice to it, what if it starts being rude to us and then it ruins our entire day?
I don't think it was rude to her. I think it was like giving her a very unbiased
straight
answer.
To the point. Yeah.
Like it was like, hurts. Should I go back together with my ex-boyfriend? And it was like, and it was like an answer she didn't want to hear.
No, your boyfriend's a jerk. You've told me before that you hated him. He treated you bad. And you know what? Sometimes you got to have that friend that speaks like that. And maybe that's the future of AI, is it can be the thing that,
Yes.
Yeah, terrible health coverage, definitely. I do get most of my medical advice from ChatGPT. I'll admit that.
Well, for example, I am looking into going to Africa in the early new year, and there are certain vaccines that you need to go there. I'm not a vaccine person. Don't put that. I had like putting chemo in my body alone was like the worst thing I've ever done. So like, don't be putting poison into me. Right. And so I'm like reading about it. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just going to have ChatGPT tell me what are the ingredients in this. And then I'm trying to ask it further. Well, what are the health side effects? What are the reported health side effects? And so, I mean, it was good. I felt fairly confident after I read about some of them. But yeah, so it's good for that kind of thing. But again, is it unbiased or is it not? Because at some point someone had to program it or lead it into some direction of the internet. Granted, the internet, you can find anything. You want the sky is blue, find that. You want the sky is green, you find it. The sky is brown. You'll find those groups everywhere that you go. So what direction is ChatGPT guided? I don't know.
We just blindly believe what it tells us. And you just brought up a great point. Like, what if somebody from the big pharma is actually programming it to be like, the African vaccines are healthy. They include, minor amounts of sugar and some
rainbows
cornstarch
and
or whatever.
Inside,
and it's like,
yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
But I will say this. I know a guy that went there and he came back with malaria. So even if you don't get all the necessary vaccines, be aware of the mosquitoes.
You have to do malaria pills or something as well.
Good call. Malaria sounded like it was probably pretty lousy.
Yes. Lane is saying that's great advice. That's why you have to double check what it tells you with peer review and actually teach it. Yes, that's fair. But again, I also feel like peer review can be biased depending on what side they lean. Like as far as medical information goes, I'm a big holistic person. I know what some of these holistic practices can do, but then you go to peer reviewed and they go, oh, no, that's, that's not it at all.
Yeah, that's the word.
So it's like, I don't know. I think really what's the right answer? There is none.
There never is. You're going to get one or the other, no matter what the question is. And you just have to decide for yourself.
Totally.
Which one's more ridiculous?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't know. Like ChatGPT has been very convenient these last 2 months. Do I love it? No, probably not. I'm sorry. Don't listen to me while I'm talking. But I don't know. I could live without it.
We did live without it for most of our lives. I tell people, this is all new to me. And I literally just learned what it could do like a couple weeks ago. And now I'm a little bit too dependent, I think. But it does make life better. I write these sweet emails to the insurance company in like 1 minute. I copy and paste it. And then I just sign my name at the bottom. And it's like, you know what? I don't even have to read it because I know it's going to be right because ChatGPT is right about everything. Exactly. And so far it's been good, except the other day I got a email reply that the dollar amount was incorrect. And sorry, ChatGPT messed me up on that one. But for the most part, what I use it for is cool. Right. And I do get my health advice. I'm not going to the doctor. It's like I've been coughing up blood for 4 days. And it's like, give it a couple more days. And if you don't stop, you may want to consult a physician, and that's all I need.
Dewey Decimal System, encyclopedias, dictionaries. Yes, love it. Newspapers.
Think about the good old days, right? Like that stuff doesn't even exist anymore.
Totally. Oh, well, I guess the moral of this story is like use your discernment and your better judgment when it comes to AI. Use your brain. Well, if your brain has been programmed to not be used, then if you're drinking aluminum all the time.
Yeah.
Actual books with pages. Yes, Lena, I agree. All right. Well, let's go into our last topic here as I choke on my own spit. What are the best parts of fall? See, me, I am not a fall person or autumn. Do you guys call it fall?
I call it fall.
Yeah,
that's always been my thing.
Autumn is fancy. I don't like it. Like, for example, right now, my furnace is on. My furnace.
Oh, and my air conditioner's on.
And then later today, the air conditioning will be on because fall is a weird time for us. I don't like it. It means that our 6 months of winter is coming. It means cold. What is going on here right now on Kick? There's a lot. These
folks are definitely looking to help us out with new subscribers for only. Oh, you can earn $1,000 a month. I thought they were trying to charge it, but we won't be giving you any publicity on our show today, bots.
Yeah, bots, AI bots.
Hey, friend.
So anyways, I wanted to know what the best things about fall are from somebody else's perspective, because if you ask me, it's none. I should be on a beach. I should be having a margarita somewhere. I should be hot. I should be getting a tan. Meanwhile, I've got my furnace on and it's September. So the best things are, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, I will say this, okay? I do have a roofing business. So the best thing about autumn/fall for us is that it does cool down. It's 120 degrees, 130 degrees on the roof in the summer here.
Totally fair.
It's down, like into a manageable number. The guys are a little bit more productive because they don't have to stop all the time and take breaks and make sure they're hydrated. That's the only real positive about it in my book. I would rather just keep it be summer all year round because why not? I love 110-degree heat.
Lena says more hiking for her and her dog. Yes. Okay. I appreciate that. Our summer is like 3 months long here in Canada. July, I kid you not, the leaves were turning yellow in July because July was so cold. Yeah,
We don't even have leaves that turn colors here. They're like brown year round in San Antonio.
Because it's
like,
so dry.
Our trees have been dead since early spring.
It's the time of Earth beginning. So, okay, here is what people are saying. The best things about autumn include crunchy leaves underfoot. That's just the sound.
Don't have that going on.
I don't know if the sound is the best part of anything.
My guys out here with the leaf blowers every morning make sure that I don't get to experience that joy.
Fair. Snuggling under a blanket after a long day. I do that all year long. Warming your freezing hands on a cup of coffee, or in this case, a pumpkin spice latte. Like, these are not the best things to me.
That doesn't do it for me. I have a heated steering wheel in my car. I don't need.
I can do these all year long.
Yeah.
So it says that a study of 5,000 adults revealed 28% turn into a cozy comfort seeker as soon as the season starts to shift. I have a lot of people on my socials that are like, fall vibes. And I'm like, you shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
People busting out their hoodies and their
these are
bigger clothes because they're gonna eat pretty well for the next couple months.
These are people who don't have 6 months of winter. This is what I'm saying.
True dat.
So
true dat.
Other rituals people turn to include comfort food. I eat comfort food all year long. That's 31% of people that were included in this study. 21% people love to curl up with good books. Do that all year long. 20% enjoy, I love this, autumnal walks, clutching a hot drink. I don't know.
I like that stuff. That's cool. I mean, it never gets cold enough here for me to really just clutch a hot drink. And I think the autumnal walks would be good.
That autumn.
But I do that all the time anyway. Even when it's like 110 degrees, I'm out there doing it. So it's like.
Do you have winter?
In San Antonio, not really. Okay. Like, I don't know if it's snowed here in like the last 50 years. Christmas, it was like 79, 80 degrees. So it's like perfect. It's not the same as when I lived in Ohio. We had winter there, and I actually really enjoyed it.
Well, you're by the Great Lakes too, so
yeah, you could dress up in multiple hoodies and wear your Carhartts and stuff. And I don't even own Carhartts anymore because I would look like a fool walking around in Carhartts when it's like 80 degrees in December. I wear shorts all year round now, which is not bad.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's not bad. That part I enjoy.
I don't need snow. I'm not a winter, snow, Christmas. No, I don't need a white Christmas ever. I need a tropical Christmas. I need a margarita Christmas.
San Antonio, that's the spot. I know last week was travel week and I gave a huge pitch, but that is one thing that we do have is we will have margaritas year round and we don't have snow.
Yeah. El Nino this year. So get prepared. Is that the hot one or the not hot one? Because if it's the hot one.
I feel like El Nino is always cold.
Oh, is it? Oh, damn.
I feel like that. I remember when Chris Farley was El Nino in the Saturday Night Live skit maybe like 20 years ago. And he's like, I am El Nino. In Spanish, that means the Nino. And that's all I know about it. Apparently, it's an annual thing.
Oh, I learned so much now about it. Thanks for clarifying.
There you go.
So others studied say that they love the sound of rain while snug indoors, 25% of them, or lighting up seasonal candles. 16% of people love that.
HEB.
Now, the study was commissioned by a place called Costa Coffee to celebrate the return, nice plug, of its maple hazel range by teaming up with a lady in her walking club. Actually, it's funny we said that because JJ has a walking club, and we were chatting about that. So yeah, anyway, they're focusing on crunchy leaves, smug sunsets, and wearing knitwear. See, I look terrible in knitwear. I don't know why people love knitwear.
Not my thing, trust me. I look like an idiot.
Yeah, like a big chunky, like I'm going to put one on today because I don't want to wear this to work. And I'm going to go in there and I'm like, Puff what is it? Michelin Man? Puff. I don't know.
The Stay Puft Marshmallow guy.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah. So other people are saying that batch cooking hearty meals tops their list, swapping salads for stews. You can't have salad in the fall. I don't know. And snug evenings with puzzles or games. I don't know.
I don't feel like people are really doing that anymore. I think this is kind of misleading. Now, I will say I agree about the rain. I love when it rains, and I've been saying this for like months now. I wish it would rain just like a consistent, like steady, not a hard rain, because I hate hard rains here in San Antonio.
Mm-hmm.
It like floods immediately. It rains so hard here, but then it doesn't rain for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like for it to rain for like maybe a week straight
Yeah.
and just have that nice, easy, smooth rain, cool everything down. My car needs washed, like that takes care of everything for me.
Mm-hmm.
And I do like the Thanksgiving feast.
Fair.
I kind of like Halloween, although it's not a big deal here. I don't think
Mhm.
that kids go out like trick-or-treating like they used to.
Interesting.
But that's I could take it or leave it.
Totally. Yeah, I know that this is supposed to be autumn week, and the title is Best Things About Autumn, and we're just bashing.
We're just hating on autumn.
But I
Like
don't
there's
know.
really nothing good about it, folks.
I just think like people really romanticize it in their heads. Actually, this says that 56% of the respondents of the 5,000 admit that they have a tendency to romanticize and think of it in a positive way. And I think that's what happens. They're like, oh my God, it's fall. And they're like so excited. And they're like, bring out my beige colored clothing, which I mean, nobody looks good in beige. Okay.
Who's doing that?
Everyone I know. Bring out the earth tones. No, I do not want the earth tones. I want neons all year long. But they're like, they like build it up in their head in like a Hallmark movie kind of way, which I don't feel like that. To me, it's
and then
cold.
we live in the moment, and it's like, it's just it's another Tuesday,
To me, it's
like
gray, it's cold, it just means that summer's over. So to me, I don't love fall. Ron loves the fall. It sounds like Lana loves the fall. People romanticize almost everything. That's fair. I romanticize.
That's because Ron lives in Rhode Island, and on last week's episode, we had a similar little Rhode Island foliage type segment, and I understood his. I think you and I live in climates that are maybe not so conducive to enjoying the seasonal changes. To me, fall is just like spring, like exactly the same. So
yeah,
I don't
like
know.
spring either. Spring is mush. Spring
I get all these cool hoodies from people, and I can wear them like 1 week out of the year.
Well, if you want to come somewhere where you can wear your hoodies. So here's the list condensed. I'll only read a few. So the top things of autumn. Switching into your cozy wardrobe.
All right.
Snuggling under a blanket after a long day. Crunchy leaves underfoot. The golden hour hitting light, or a golden hour light hitting the tops of the trees. I mean, that's nice.
That's cool, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty. Going for a walk that ends at a cafe. Again, do people not do this in the summer? I don't understand.
Going for a walk that ends at a cafe? I've never done that.
No, right. Warming your freezing hands on a cup of whatever. It actually says that in the fall, you drink 4 more cups of something hot per week than you did when it was warm, but that makes sense because he was drinking a hot tea.
I guess violating that rule. Yeah, I drink like 600 cups of coffee a day, every day of the year.
That's insane. Let's see here. Wearing thick socks, the smell of cinnamon and nutmeg, and trying new autumn drinks in the coffee shop. So I don't know. I could see why this appeals to people because it literally is out of a Hallmark movie. To me, it just whatever. It doesn't make sense. I don't like it.
Thick socks are cool. That's probably the one that really resonates with me the most.
Yeah, warm feet.
I always like thick socks. That's a good thing.
You probably wear work boots all day long, so that makes sense.
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah.
Most of the days now I don't, because I wear shorts all day. I usually just wear like running shoes and I don't really have any thick socks to speak of. But that 1 or 2 days of the year when it's cold here, I got some badass boots that are insulated, and I put these thick like Carhartt socks on, and it's like, I kind of miss that about living in Ohio. It's one of the few things I miss.
I don't at all.
I get over it pretty quick.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's it. Best things of autumn from probably the most jaded person ever here, me today. Thank you for joining us, bashing AI, and what else did we talk about? Now
we have really been fairly negative to start the Monday. Yeah. You know, we talked bad about pumpkin spice. We talked horribly about AI. And now we've talked about the best things about autumn. And really, we just kind of said that all of them are stupid. And I think we disagree.
It set me off yesterday because my house stunk like Febreze, and I'm still mad about it. And I think it just put me in a bad mood. So I'm sorry to everybody. I promise on Thursday I will be chipper little squirrel here, talking about all the best things about autumn, everything that's great. So be back tomorrow.
Sometimes you just have to be negative. It's life. We don't always have great days. And I was just telling a story how I got a letter from a guy or an email just before we went on the air, explaining that I was so much higher and my pricing is ridiculous. And maybe that wasn't something I should have read right before we hit the go live button, but I will be in a better mood shortly as I address this situation and clear it out of my mind. So we'll just leave with everyone saying this. Have a great rest of the day, you guys. We got all the bad out of the way for you. We've got enough negativity for the entire world today. Totally. So
you know,
no
it's going to be
for you guys to have any.
Show. It'll be a positive show tomorrow with Kyle. Now, Sharon won't be here. I don't know who will be with Kyle, but it will be an uplifting show. Wednesday will be Luana, and it will also be an uplifting show. And then, of course, on Thursday, it'll be JJ and I, and it'll be half uplifting, probably half sarcastic. So join us this week, 8 a.m. Mountain, 9 a.m. Central, 10 a.m. Eastern Time on Going On Daily Live. Thank you for being here, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.